Alrighty, chevette's back here in the shop. I've got an issue with the brakes. They quit working. I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with them yet. I suspect these have vacuum boosted brakes. It's probably that booster. At this point, I'm thinking, but I've never gone through these rear brakes, so I thought I'd go ahead and just do the rear brakes, and then these back shocks need to be replaced as well. That's what we're gonna do first. But I thought this is kind of cool. Show you guys this. This car came with full-size spare. I know it's little, but that's just the size of the tires on this thing. And all of the original jack and all of the original equipment is with it, which is kind of neat. So it's got this cool high lift jack. Well, I say high lift. It's like a high lift style, like a farm jack. And it's got a little notch in the bumper here. And then it's even got a little instructions, which is kind of cool. So it tells you how to jack it up, and detailed instructions here. Follow those. Tells you how to stow it all and how to put it all in there. Kind of neat. So obviously I already jacked it up. Yeah, kind of cool though. Kind of neat. Somebody's putting these. These are kind of cool. Little four-way thing. But it folds up so it doesn't take up as much room. So that's cool. And then of course the original tire iron, which is also your jack handle. I didn't use that because, whoops, 2025 I have a impact wrench. But anyway, first things first, I think I'm going to get these shocks out and replace them. I'll make sure the ones that I've got are the right ones, of course. And then it looks like the bushing, yeah, both sides. I'll see if I can get those ordered. One thing that has not come in yet, I thought I ordered, but maybe I didn't, is these wheel cylinders. We'll get into that here in a little while. But first things first, shocks. So they are blown out, and the fronts were too. I've already replaced them. We'll go ahead and do these rears, and I can hear them making noise. It's how I know that they're not working correctly. So that should improve my ride a little bit. And then we'll tear these brakes down. The first thing for the brakes, of course, is just to get the rotor off, or drum rather, drum brakes. Literally, you just pull it off, just tap it with a hammer, and it comes right off. So nothing to it. So anyway, let me set this camera up here, and we'll get the shocks out. Oh, one more thing I will show you. Your access to the tops of those is right there. Super easy. So should be anyway. And I've got the new ones right here. So this is a Monroe. I got all of my parts here came from Rock Auto. So let's just, hang on, let me set this camera up. I'll be right back. Okay, so interesting. Hopefully this all fits. This metal thing. Oops. A lock washer. Presumably this goes through here. Yeah. But This is interesting. This is a little bit different. Hopefully I've got the right shots here. And this is for the top. This looks right. So that will go, whoops, this first. And then this. And this one will go on the other side like that. And this, and this guy. And that goes up on the inside like I showed. So look a little bit different though. We'll see. I'll get this first one off. We'll see if these fit. The bottom here, see, this has a nut on it and a stud, it looks like. And this came with a bolt. So, I don't know. That kind of looks like it's not going to be the right part. The length is right, roughly. Let me grab some tools. Let's get this part. We'll see where we're at here. All right. Sort of an interesting piece. Some stuff on the front of the car that was built that way. I don't really know why. Yeah. So that should squirt back out. But it's not because it's broken. It's just wore out. Okay. Well, what are the chances this is the same size? Fits the new one. Oh. Let me just see real quick. Oops. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. It's gonna fit. And next, up here. Whoop, big deep well. That looks smaller. Yeah. Bottom one was a 15. This one, 14, fits it better. Oh. There we go, fell right out. Okay. Oh, you guys can see that. Came right out of there. This might be kind of a trick by myself, getting that to stay in there while I get the thread started. So here's the old one. Oh. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Huh. These are tied together. Huh, never seen that before. Interesting. Hang on a minute. I didn't expect that. Let me do some investigating real quick. Huh. So it's kind of interesting. This must be aftermarket. I've never noticed this before. This line is just zip tied in to the bumper. Looks like somebody's put some sort of yeah, so the other side of that shock was supposed to plug in here, but the line had gotten pulled out. I think maybe these are supposed to be like adjustable. Something's broke here. I bet there used to be some sort of like an air fitting, a Schrader valve or something on here. There's a hole in the bumper right here, right? Well, maybe. Well, so where this was at, I mean, if there was an air fitting right there, then you'd be able to put air in this, and this would actually be an adjustable shock. And it's actually got a hole in the bumper. Oh, there's another one over here. I don't know. That's not expected. And there it is. These are they're just zip tied in, which is suspect to me. That doesn't seem like a factory way to do that. Huh. All right, to the Chevette guys out there, did these come with adjustable shocks, or is that something somebody has added at some point? I have no idea. Kind of weird. Anyway, kind of cool. Huh. I didn't even know that was an option. One more zip tie. Old zip ties, they cut easy. Real brittle. Yeah, so check that out. It's a T that's supposed to go to the other side. It's obviously not been connected for some time. And these are just kind of, This is broke. Can you see that? Yeah, kind of. I bet that used to have some sort of fitting on there that you could put air in there. Kind of neat. Anyway. This is kind of directional. It's got this side that kind of fits the cup, and this side that presumably will go through the body there. Thread that on like that. Put that through the hole. All right, now this is the part. Oh, there we go. Okay. That will stay. And then I need, where did that go? Now see, the shock should not stay compressed like that, but if it's an adjustable air shock, that makes sense because I've got that disconnected, so there'd be no air left in it. Interesting. I did not expect that. I need more room. There we go. All right, that is started. Back down here. Okay. Just ready. Oh, I'm gonna need some help. Hang on, let me get my big pry bar. Oh, that's all the shock I've got. That's feeling kind of sketchy. I need to get my jack so that I can compress that spring in order to get that on there. It's in the hay barn. Oh, okay. Give me a minute. I gotta go get my floor jack. Okay, here we go. Oop, not even too far. Just like that. And Ah, well, it's on there now. There we go. Oh, there it is. Saw this on the front suspension as well, but everything uses these deformed thread lock nuts. Best lock nuts there are. It's kind of cool. I don't know why they don't get used more in modern stuff, but they'll be all right. They're awesome though. There we go. That's that. Come back up here. About right. There you go. All there is to it. Shocks are super easy. Oh, well, that's done. So cool. Something else I noticed about the tire iron. This is the original one from the 80s. See this? It's actually a tire tool. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, in the 80s, I think they already had radial tires. They were pretty good, but not too long before that, 60s, 50s, before they developed really good radial tires, it was pretty common practice if you're on a long road trip or something to not carry a spare on a rim, but to carry spare just tires. And with a hand pump and this, you could actually break the tire down on the side of the road, put a new tire on the rim of the one that went flat, air it up with a hand pump, and you're off to the races. So it was stuff, men used to just know how to do, break down tires on the side of the road. Kind of interesting. It's sort of a holdover from a time past. Now a lot of cars don't even come with spare tires. You just call OnStar or whatever, and they'll come fix it for you. Kind of wild. My grandpa told me a story a while back about I don't remember the details of it, if it was a family member or a friend or something, but on a long road trip, and he was pulled over off the side of the highway, and he had the head off of his engine, and he was regrinding his valves on the engine. It's just stuff men just used to know how to do. A lot of that's gotten lost as engines have become more reliable, and you don't have to work on them like that as much. People have sort of just forgotten how to do that. You think of it as like a specialized task that you need a mechanic or somebody really knowledgeable, an engine builder to do. But 70 years ago, that was sort of just common practice. That was how you did stuff. Engine stopped running right, you just pull over on the side of the road, yank the head off real quick, grind the valves, lap them back in, and keep going. You just do a valve job on the side of the road. Nowadays, it's an engine out of the car. You got to take it to a specialty shop. It takes months. It's thousands of dollars. It's kind of interesting the way things have changed over the years. I'm not sure that it's changed for the better in a lot of ways. We've lost a lot of knowledge, but just kind of interesting, working on old stuff. So, well, that's it though. The other side will be the exact same way. At some point, I will get that anti-roll bar. I guess that's what that is. Get those bushings. I'll put them on. Looks like it'll be pretty straightforward as well. And we'll get those replaced because they are rotten and falling apart. And on the next video, we're gonna do a brake job, which actually these brake pads look fine, but I wanted to get in here to see what's going on with the brakes. Like I said, they're not working. So brake job next, and these are drum brakes, which again is something a lot of people don't deal with anymore. Most vehicles these days have disc brakes all the way around, which are better. But this car, it's got discs up front and drums on the back, which is the way a lot of stuff used to be. The disc brakes are more efficient, but which is why they put them on the front, because like 70%-ish of your braking power actually comes from your front wheels, and only 30 or so, maybe even 80-20 is actually accomplished by the back brakes. So they put the less efficient but very reliable drum brakes on the back. They last a very long time. If you look at these, I'll get into this in another video, but there's a lot of pad left on these. So I've got to get some more parts. That wheel cylinder, it's not come in yet. Anyway, we'll get into that in the next video. Yeah. Anyway, that's rear shocks on an 81 Chevette. Let me know if you guys know about this whole, where'd it go? This system, was that a standard option? Or I can't imagine it was. Adjustable shocks on a Chevette, I don't know. Maybe that's what they did back in the day. It is kind of interesting as I work on this thing and learn about it. Like I said, with the deformed thread lock nuts, this thing was actually designed really well by my accounting. So it wouldn't surprise me all that much if they had accounted for an adjustable shock where you could air them up and have a stiffer ride, let some air out. I don't know. There are holes. There's a round hole and a square hole right in the middle of the back of that bumper. I imagine that's just a manufacturing artifact, but let me know if you know. Chevettes of North Canada, you'd be the guy that would know. Was that common, or did somebody put that on there after the fact? I don't know. So anyway, that's all for this one. Short video, but that's all there is to it. Easy job. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.